The spring thaw is in full swing here on the grass-fed homestead. It's time to get to work outside. We've had a terrible combination of rain and snowmelt at the same time. We've been under flood conditions for about the past week or so. If you've seen any of our videos from last fall, from about the end of September all through October and then on into November, you may remember that it rained almost every day in that entire period. That was followed by a really heavy winter. We had a lot of snow and very cold temperatures that were consistent throughout, so we didn't have the snow thaw phase that we normally get. It was just snow, 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 snow. Now that it's stopped snowing, the rain has returned, and it has returned fiercely. Today is the only day of rain reprieve in the last several days, and then for the next several days. So with that, just about every step here on the ground is squishy, it's yucky and messy. But the chickens are really, really enjoying all of the worms that they're finding out in the mud. With it being spring, something else is going on with the chickens. This blue copper Moran has been broody for about 3 or 4 days. I've been kind of keeping an eye on this to make sure that she is actually broody, and pretty much confirmed it. She's been in this milk crate non-stop. And I don't know how many eggs are under her, but she's got a good amount of eggs under her. Since the chicken yard is all thawed out now, the snow is all melted away from the tractor, I'm gonna move her into the tractor so she can have some quiet time and she can have her own space to see if she can maybe hatch some chicks out for us. Whoa. Well, it looks like she wants out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Looks like she is not happy about being moved out to the tractor. I'll give her a few minutes, we'll see if she settles down and goes back to the eggs. If not, I'll just let her out and we'll keep the eggs. While we're waiting to see what happens with the hen, let me tell you what else is going on here. I went to the farm store just a little while ago and got 8 cattle panels. I also got a couple heat-treated pallets and some T-posts. The pallets are for the hay that we're gonna be buying soon. We need to buy a lot of hay for all the animals we're getting, and I need somewhere to stack it. So I'm gonna stack the hay on the pallets. The cattle panels and the T-posts are for building a receiving corral for the sheep and the lambs we're getting. If you guys were with us last season, you'll remember how this used to be set up with polywire perimeter fencing and going across here. That's our sheep shelter. I'm gonna turn this into our receiving area, so I'm gonna build our corral right here. It's gonna be 2 cattle panels wide and 2 cattle panels long. So a big square right here, and it's gonna be It's going to surround that sheep shelter. I'm also going to be making some additional sheep shelters out of cattle panel, but first I need to get the corral up. Where the chickens are now in the cattle panel greenhouse, that's the area I used last year for our receiving area. I built that corral out of cattle panels and we brought the lambs in through there. The place I want to do it this year right up here is a much better place for it. It's going to be easier to get a vehicle right up to the gate, get them in. The challenge is getting these 8 panels out of the pickup truck. I've gotten up to 5 out at a time, and 5 is kind of hard by myself. 6 is pushing it, 8 not gonna happen. The problem is when I open this up, these are gonna want to spring outward, and with 8 of them, there's a lot of strength, a lot of force behind that, more than I can hold off. So I'm gonna see if I can hook up some ratchet straps to it and ease out the tension slowly. Well, that didn't go too bad getting the cattle panels out of the pickup truck. A couple of them got kind of bent up in the process, but I didn't get hurt. Before I start driving in some fence posts, I'm gonna check on the hen to see if she's back on the eggs. Look at that, she's in there. Oh no, don't get out, come back. Well, that's a good sign she's back on the eggs. Hopefully she'll get back on them now. I didn't mean to scare her off them. Little buddy, you ready to help me with some fencing?
Yes!
All right, let's go do it. Little buddy and I made excellent progress on putting up the corral fencing. It's not done, but we made a really good push today. This entire side is complete. This, I have the cattle panels on the ground because I'm gonna be working in a gate right here, so I'll have to do some cutting and resizing there, so I didn't want to clip them up yet. And that back wall is pretty much done. You can see down here, the last panel I was putting up was one of the ones that got bent, but we'll have to just play with that and see if we can get it straightened out. And then the fencing that would go along there, I wasn't able to do because the sheep shelter is in the way and it's way too heavy for me to try and move on my own. So again, that was a really good push today, and we are almost one step closer to bringing home our sheep.